Doing good, thank you. What is your name?
My name is Ahmed. What's yours?
My name is Mary. Where are you from?
Can you guess?
Not really. I don't know enough
Mm,
about you.
you can guess it
But
from my
because of your
name.
name, maybe a Middle Eastern country. Yes.
That's right. That's right. You skip the first step.
Where, sorry?
You skip the first step, and you say they're from Middle East. That's right. Which country in the Middle East?
That one I'm not sure. But most of our students are
Mm,
from like Egypt or Saudi Arabia. So I'd guess any of those two.
mm, mm.
Hmm.
I'm from Iraq.
Okay. Very good.
Mm,
Is this your first time on
okay.
Cambly?
No, I actually have been 6 or 7 months on Cambodia.
Oh, okay. Very good. What do you do? What
Mm,
is your
yes.
job?
Can you guess?
That's a tough one. Maybe some type of engineering, or maybe you're a teacher.
Oh, the second one is right, but it's the second time the second tutor to tell me you are engineering. Do you see it on your face? Is your face or your character? It's engineering.
No, I think it's because most of our students from that area are engineers. I would say
Ah,
it's a popular career in, yeah, for
popular
Middle
career.
Eastern
Okay.
students. So maybe that's why.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Hmm.
So it's
Okay.
more by
No,
experience.
I'm English teacher. I'm from Iraq. I teach English in primary school. Hmm.
Okay.
Uh,
So
where do you
elementary
live in the
school.
USA? Yes, absolutely. The American people say elementary, but British people say primary school.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Yes.
I live in the state
Uh,
of Virginia.
Virginia. Does Virginia next to the Mexico or Canada?
None. Virginia is on the East Coast, so we are in the southeast of the US. We don't have any borders with
Okay.
any other country. Hmm.
Mm. Okay. Mr. Mary, may I ask you about how can increase my sentences or vocabularies or to speak English language like native speaker without skill?
You mean like pronunciation wise, like your accent?
Yes. No, no. I want to ask about: is there a specific way or specific plan
Mhm.
to increase my vocabulary or sentences?
Vocabulary and sentences. But you mean you want to
Mm.
improve your vocabulary to be able to express yourself more. Am I right? Because you
To what?
mentioned about sounding like
Mm.
a native speaker. So are you talking about your pronunciation and speaking skills or your grammar and vocabulary?
Mm. That's mean to always to practice with the vocabulary to put the vocabulary in sentences and practice writing and listening these sentences and reading.
Hmm. Yeah, so vocabulary, the way you improve vocabulary is not only memorizing words. If you have a student memorize, let's say 50 words, it's very hard for them to remember and how to use them, right? So we
Mm.
want to discuss many different topics. We do random topics of discussion, and that way we can start learning more words and also using them at that moment. So the more you
But
use your new vocabulary, the more you will remember.
But sometimes vocabulary is forgets when I want to make
Hmm.
conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
it's
exactly. That's the
difficult. I
thing.
try. I tried
Hmm.
this way, but it's not. It's good for me. I search
What have you
for
tried?
about seven. I try to search for the about the 17,000 words in dictionary when I
No, no,
search
no.
this for
Memorizing
words.
doesn't help. Memorizing doesn't
Mm,
help. That's why I said some
mm,
students want to memorize, but this doesn't help because if you're
mm,
not using the words, you will not remember them. Okay?
mm.
So, what we do is that we
Y-
touch on different subjects, random topics of conversation, where we can start learning new words, but actually using them. And that's how you will remember them. I don't know if that makes sense. So, we don't focus
Okay.
on memorizing words.
Okay. Um, Actually, I have more vocabularies. It's we can say huge vocabularies, but unfortunately, when I want to make a conversation, sometimes to be stuck in some level or some subject or some or lost some vocabularies. Sometimes too difficult when I introduce the or product the sentences.
Okay. But
Mm.
are you consciously using them? Like if you learn words, do you ever apply them to your sentences? Like, do you use them?
Yes, I put these words in sentences and use it with the Cambly tutors or native speakers or talking with my uh, friends online. But sometimes to be stuck or to be or to forget them these sentences or these words or specific vocabularies for specific subjects.
Hmm. I understand.
Mm.
So this is the
Yes.
thing. Let's say, for example, I want to focus on vocabulary related to being sick. So I can go
Mm.
ahead and focus on conversation, but not making sentences. But let's say, for example, we're going to touch base on that. You can pick out that topic and have a conversation about it. Okay.
Okay.
And that's how we start
Uh,
using it, consciously using
mm.
it.
Okay. Do you think motivation helps learning English fast?
Mm, definitely. If you're not motivated, then you don't want to learn. So you're not going to learn.
I
I think it
think.
happens with any language.
Uh, okay. Can you?
It's more about the
How do you say?
necessity.
Huh?
It's
Sorry.
more out of necessity. For example, for me, I have been learning Spanish for a long time, but since I don't need
Mm,
it, it's kind of there. I wasn't too motivated on improving. But then when I needed it, of course, you have that need to learn it. So you're going to learn it a lot faster because you don't have a choice either. So out of necessity, I think you learn the fastest. Immersion and that you really need to use it.
mm. Do you think Spanish language is to be international language these days? Because I talk to so many tutors and native speaker people want to try to learn Spanish.
In the US, it's a very common language to learn. So it's a language we can start
Mm.
learning in high school.
Is
And we
there
have a
people?
lot of
Is
people
there
who learn
American?
Spanish.
Is there American people speak Spanish in the USA right now? I think there is Arizona state to speak uh, Spanish language or Arizona speak French language.
I don't know about Arizona. I've never been to Arizona, but yes, there's a lot of Spanish speakers. It's a very
Mm.
common language to learn.
Okay. I want to know about the sound of the letters of English language. How do you spell this letter? The sound of this letter. A.
Usually, we're talking about vowel sounds.
Yes, not vowel sounds. I want to ask about the sound of the alphabet of English. I will tell you the letters and tell me the sound of these letters.
Okay. So the letter A.
A. Yes.
A
A.
is pronounced as an A as a vowel sound, or in some cases, it's A. So it has two
Ah.
sounds.
B. B.
B is just B. It's a bilabial sound, so you pronounce it with both of your lips. B.
We can say Bo or B.
B is the name of the letter. The sound is B, but it's the same. So you pronounce it with both of your lips. Same thing.
C.
It is like a K sound.
Okay. D.
Which one?
D.
D as in David?
D letter.
The letter D as in David? D is behind your teeth. Your tongue is behind your teeth, and it's a very strong D sound. Okay? So it's D.
Okay.
D. In English,
D.
it's very strong and it's very short. It's
Mm.
plosive, is what we
Okay.
say.
Do you think phonemics chart it's important for the person who want to learn English?
Yes, I teach it.
Mm. Mm.
It depends
Okay.
if there are two ways of learning language, which means if you are in the United States, this is really not that necessary. Same with grammar. But if you live in a country that doesn't really speak it, then yeah, it's very helpful to improve your accent
Mm.
and neutralize your accent.
What about the letter E?
E, again, this is what we call, this is a vowel sound. We have it as the
Mm.
epsilon, which is a symbol. And we have the E sound, which we call the smile,
Eh?
because you have to use your muscles. It's a tense. So it's E.
We
And the
can say
epsilon is A.
A. No, okay.
Yes,
What
you can
about the
say
letter?
A, but it's this simple symbol here. In
Mm.
phonetics, you're going to see it like this. I
Ah,
burned. That's called the
ah.
epsilon.
Okay. F. F.
It's a labial dental sound. This is what we call sibilant because you can use it, you can pronounce it for a long time. So it's your lip touching your teeth, and there's no
T.
voice, like that, like
Yes. Yes.
fast.
Just F. Yes. G.
Okay, this one comes from down here. G.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What about the H or H? So I heard from the so many different accents. Some people to say H, some people to say H, H.
In American
Which is
accent, we say
correct?
H.
H.
Maybe both are
And
correct
British,
depending on where you're from.
both of them correct. Yeah, I know that, but I there's a different sound for these letters
There
or
is a
different
whisper
reading
H,
for the.
which comes from
Mm,
here, whisper H,
mm.
like in words like hospital, right? Hotel.
Hospital,
And sometimes
absolutely.
it's completely silent.
Yes. And there's different H and H.
There's different what?
Different reading for these letters H and H.
No, that's the name, but that depends on where you're from. So in the United
Okay.
States, we say the letter H. That's what we
Yes.
call it.
What about the I?
I can be in words like ice, like that pronunciation.
I.
And sometimes it's I, but this is a
Eh,
relaxed vowel sound. I, very short.
yes. Yes. J.
J.
J. With J. K. G.
It's
K. K. Yes. And L.
not K, it's K.